What is good, YouTube, and welcome back to a brand new video. So we're still in the midst of free agency. Yesterday we talked about the Chicago Bears and everything they did to improve their team, and now I want to talk about another team that was super active in free agency. That, of course, is the New England Patriots. Early on in the offseason, they hired Mike Vrabel to be the new head coach of the Patriots, and they've been very active in free agency, signing Milton Williams, Carlton Davis, Harold Landry, and a number of different other players. So let's go ahead and jump in, talk about what could be next for the Patriots, because of course things are not done by any means. Let's jump in and do this Patriots rebuild after day one of the legal tampering period. Before we get into today's video, make sure you guys drop a like on this one and subscribe if you're new to this channel. As always, greatly appreciated. YouTube tells about 85% of the people that watch these videos aren't actually subscribed. So if you do fall into 85%, want to change that, that'll be greatly appreciated as we're on the road to 10,000 subs over here on the channel. So, of course, let's talk about what the Patriots have done. And as I'm recording this, the last move that has happened that's been announced is Kevontae Turpin re-signed with the Cowboys. So, if the Patriots do anything else, which I imagine they will, but I'm still recording this before anything else has happened. So, let's talk about what they have done. So, of course, we can start by looking at the lineup first and foremost. We haven't had everybody signed just yet, so give me a second on that. But offensively, there's nothing new here to look at. Defensively, they, of course, added Milton Williams. They have Harold Landry now. They added Carlton Davis, so they've improved the defense quite a bit through free agency thus far, or sorry, free agency. And then let's take a look at, of course, the other guys they are signing, as I have them all pending right now. So here are the 5 other targets. There's actually another one, but I can't fit him on here yet. But they've brought in Josh Dobbs, Tonga, Austin Hooper's coming back, Morgan Moses, which I was surprised he got as much as he did, but the same magnitude. All these players are getting paid this offseason. Like, it seems like everyone's just getting overpaid, and I think the market has just gone up for, I think the cap's going up, basically. So everything looks more expensive. But Spillane is another addition. And another one we're missing here is, of course, Matt Collins, which he's like a 69 overall, but I'll sign him here in just a second. So let's just see if all 5 of these guys just sign. We should get them all. If not, I have to force them on the team, but hopefully we don't have to do all that. So let's see. And we will get all 5 to sign. So that's a great way to start things off. And then, like I said, we can go get Mac Collins. So, but yeah, basically we're still waiting on other moves to happen. And obviously, I think the main thing to talk about with the Patriots on what could be next is that wide receiver 1 position. They could draft Ted McMillan with 6th overall. They could, maybe have Travis Hunter follow him if he does. Like, there's a number of different things they could do. Did Mac Collins sign, or I just can't find him? He's probably all the way down here somewhere, but I saw he was a 6'9" overall earlier. There he is. There's Matt Collins. So he signed like a 2-year, $8 million deal or something like that. So we'll make it try to reflect that a little bit. So cap hit should hit around 8 million, or no, it should be like 4 million. Sorry, I'm doing this completely wrong. So total should be 8 million. So I was looking at that totally wrong. Not that much. We don't need to do all that. So something like this he should sign. So boom. Matt Collins should sign that. He has no other options, so he should just sign that contract, and that is a done deal. All right, so now we can take a look at this Patriots roster and really dive into what we're looking at. So $58 million in cap space now after all of that. Probably doesn't reflect what it really is in real life. Obviously, the contracts aren't all exactly accurate here. NFL contracts can be somewhat confusing, but Drake May, of course, is starting quarterback. Demario Douglas, you have Kendrick Bourne, Jalen Polk, Kayshon Boutte, Gibson, Ramondre Stevenson, Hunter Henry, Austin Hooper. O-line could be improved a little bit, so we'll definitely look into that. But Morgan Moses was a new addition on the right side. On defensively, we have Bentley and Spillane, Tavai, Harold Landry, Barrymore, Tonga, Milton Williams, Keon White, Carlton Davis, which Gonzalez and Carlton Davis definitely intrigues me, and then Peppers and Duggar. So, again, the main position I am worried about now is what are we going to do at that wide receiver 1 spot? Do we just draft Ted McMillan, or do they trade for someone like Brandon Ayuk has been kind of talked about a little bit for them? So yeah, definitely might look into the idea of that before we go any further and just head to the draft. But I do want to see if there's any like right guards or D tackles we can sign that haven't been signed yet in real life. So Mekhi Becton hasn't been signed in real life as I'm recording this. Brandon Sheriff hasn't been signed. Will Fry signed with the Vikings. Not a whole lot here, so maybe in the draft we have to address that. And then D tackle, DJ Jones, I believe, signed. I believe Tart signed. I believe BJ Hill signed. Hurst, I don't know if he signed, but I guess we just rock with what we have. So the only thing we need to think about, do we trade for Brandon Ayuk, and can the 49ers even trade it? I know they can in real life, obviously, but in Madden, depending if the 49ers spend all their money, they may not be able to trade Ayuk because they just paid him, and it may not let them because they're under, over. No, they actually have a little bit of money, maybe. Do we trade for Brandon Ayuk, though, is the question. And what would it cost to get him off an injury? I would assume it wouldn't take a first-round pick, so we can keep our 4th overall pick. But let's say we took or traded a second, and maybe a second's a little expensive for Ayuk, but I'm assuming that's what the 49ers would ask for. DK just went for a second, so that kind of feels right. So let's say a second and a fifth. This is as most as I would offer for Ayuk. If they say no to this, then we're not doing it. So this would give Drake May, of course, his #1 receiving option, and they don't decline it, or they will decline it. I don't know if I can go higher than that. 36 is really expensive for Ayuk, so we're just going to head to the draft and probably draft Ted McMillan instead, because we can't afford to go higher than that, in my opinion. So I will see you guys on draft night. Plenty of things to still address, but that is what the Patriots have done so far. It's been a very interesting offseason for them, to say the least. Also forgot to mention that the Patriots did trade Devon away. So, yeah, that's another thing they did. I don't know how to say his last name, but he got sent to the Saints for a sixth round pick. So the Titans will pick #1, and then we got the Browns and the Giants. So let's see how the board falls. So Abdul Carter, Jador, and Cam Ward go. So we have the option to take Travis Hunter or Tet McMillan. I think we take Travis Hunter, obviously. I haven't been able to draft him in a video in a long time, so this to me makes just too much sense. Yeah, Travis Hunter, you are a New England Patriot, my friend. Whether he plays corner or wide receiver, or whether he does both in the league, remains to be seen, but it was just too good to pass up. 95 speed, 97 jumping, 97 acceleration. So that to me makes way too much sense. So who needs Brandon Ayuk when you can get Travis Hunter with the 4th overall selection? McMillan would have been cool too, but he goes to the Jets, give Justin Fields a weapon. So now we get an early 2nd rounder. So I do think we need to protect Drake May. So I kind of like the idea of going offensive line here. As good as Ashton Jeanty would be, offensive line to me just makes way too much sense. We also could take Mike Green, but Milrow, Malachi Stark's not going to do any of that. Benjamin Morrison's still here, but we're good at corner right now. Hampton, we do have Josh Connolly out of Oregon. So I already like the idea of that. Or you can take Esri out of Minnesota. But obviously, or you can take Donovan Jackson down the board too, which I like the idea of. So we do need a guard in the interior to improve this interior offensive line to protect Drake May. So I am going to take Donovan Jackson here with our 2nd round pick. So welcome. 67 true value, drafted 36. But I think he's going to be a serviceable starter for a long time. So I'm very happy with that selection. Got our guard in the 2nd round. Could we have taken somebody better? Sure, as far as other positions. But I want to protect Drake May. Obviously, we need to do that. So we have Xavier Watts. What else do we have? We have Swinson, Burke, Porter, and then we have Donovan. We have Castro, Charles Grant. So we definitely need to look into potential. We have Jamari Harris for Strepo. We could add another weapon, but I actually kind of like what we have right now. So we're not going to take another wide receiver. Do we like the idea of Ingram Dawkins? B tackle, A power moves. I mean, we really need a D tackle. Speed is poor. A D tackle is what we need the most, but I just don't know if there's going to be anybody good enough to take right now. So Norman Lott, Peebles, and Riley Mills. I don't know much about any of these guys, but Omar Norman Lott definitely looks decent. A power moves, A tackle, B block shedding, B play recognition, C finesse. I think I'm going to take Norman Lott here with our 3rd rounder. So that will be our draft. 107 true value, but it is hidden dev, so it'll probably start immediately anyway. That replaces Devon a little bit there. I know we draft or signed like another guy, but he was only a 70 overall. That is our draft, and that is our offseason in general. Obviously, the Patriots did most of it. I just completed it with the draft. We'll see if they do anything else in real life as I'm recording this. But let's go ahead and see what we can do as far as what this lineup is going to look like for year 1. Let's go take a look at this lineup for year #1. As we have Drake May still under center. Travis Hunter immediately comes in at 83 overall. Then Donovan Jackson comes in at 75 overall. So O-line still needs to be improved, obviously, at the center spot, but McLaughlin was drafted. He's 69 overall, so might be able to do something for us to develop there. Douglas, Kendrick Bourne, Travis Hunter, I'm very intrigued by that. We also have Devin Neal drafted to this team, which I like. And then defensively, we obviously added Norman Lott, who will start right away at that D tackle spot. Have Landry, Spillane, Tavai, Gonzalez, Carlton Davis. So while, yes, we could technically have Travis Hunter play some corner also, it's not really necessary because Carlton Davis and Gonzalez is a damn good corner duo. And then Jones isn't a bad 3rd corner either. So not too shabby. I'm really liking what I'm seeing. Now, does this team make the playoffs? Remains to be questioned. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to rock with the Patriots playbooks for now. And I just kind of want to see how it goes. But if we feel like we need to change it after this season, then maybe we will. But I just kind of want to see how this team does with the playbooks as it is right now. And see if maybe we get a good simulation with those playbooks. So at the end of year #1, to my surprise, we actually made the postseason. We played the Houston Texans, who have absolutely gutted their O-line. So that's going to be interesting to see how they address that going forward. But looks like things went really well. 11-6, didn't win our division. That does go to Buffalo. Went 16-1. Damn, that's crazy. But Houston in round 1 should be intriguing. I think it's a matchup we could win if our pass rush can get after Stroud. after they've got their O-line, and it wasn't great to begin with last year. Offensively, 19th in the NFL, and then defensively, 7th in the NFL. So defense was really good. 31-9 from Drake May, so what you want to see. Obviously, running back definitely needs to be improved in the future. Stevenson is a solid running back, but he's not no elite running back by any means. But 13 touchdowns will still take. 1,000 yards as a rookie from Travis Hunter, 800 from Bourne, 800 from Douglas, and then 600 from Hunter Henry. Defensively, sacks-wise, we had 9.5 from our free agency edition with Milton Williams, which is awesome. 8 from Keon White, 5 from Barrymore, 5 from Anthony Jennings, 3.5 from our rookie with Norman Lott, 2.5 from Tavai, and then 2.5 from free agency edition Harold Landry. Interceptions, you had 7 from Christian Gonzalez, 4 from Robert Spillane, 3 from Marcus Jones, and then 2 from Davis, 2 from Peppers, and 1 from Bentley. Without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into this first playoff game and going up against the Houston Texans, and let's see if we can't win our first playoff game with Drake May under center for the first time in the postseason. I love the fact that we made the playoffs right away, but how does it go in the postseason is the question. So we start off with football in Houston, and we will go down 7-0 after an interception, it looked like, and now we're down 10-0. So early on, have some adversity, but we do have a chance to tie it up before the half, and we do not. It's going to be 3-10, so we have a chance to tie it again. Do we do that? And no. And now they'll go up 3-17. And it looks like we're going to get absolutely just blown to smithereens here in the postseason. So it's cool that we made it. Unfortunately, got embarrassed while we were here. It looked like Drake made through a couple picks, at least one, I believe. So let's see how many he did throw. So it was 2 interceptions from Drake May. It's not a good postseason debut by any means. Travis Hunter only 50 yards. But yeah, I think we need to upgrade the backfield, improve the O-line more, and I think we should be good to go for next year. But it's definitely intriguing to see we at least made the playoffs year 1 with what the Patriots did. So $94 million in cap space, and we have 8 players ready to negotiate their contracts. So I assume Landry might be one of these guys, even though so like Carlton Davis obviously is not supposed to be here. He signed a 3-year deal. Okay, so it's not Landry, but we also have these 2 just signed 1-year deals, so that's fine. Tiaki can go. He can go. Bentley is 30 years old, but I probably will resign him. So I'm looking to resign pretty much everybody here that I'm looking at. So Gonzalez will be resigned. Carlton Davis signed, obviously, like I said, a 3-year deal. I don't remember the guarantees at the top of my head, but we're going to try to get this to $40 million total, so that kind of matches what it was in a way. Let's see if we can't get that there, because that's what he got in real life, obviously. So let's see if we can get that there. Boom. So he should sign that, and he does. So Carlton Davis is going to stick around. Marcus Jones, obviously, we can just look to re-sign him for whatever money we want, and we can keep him. So cornerback room stays exactly the way we want. Bentley, do want to keep him if possible. He's a solid starter next to Spillane, and we will get him back. So that's good. So we don't really have to worry about much of anything as far as replacing anybody. I just wanted to add, and we still have $62 million in cap space to work with, which is great. So offensive line and running back, to me, are the main things I'm worried about. The defense was actually pretty good. Can we improve on the defense? Absolutely. It just all depends on what's there. So right tackle with Morgan Moses retiring, so that probably gave us more money. I assume Moses is just gone, which you can't really stop that from happening. But Hunter Henry, DeMario Douglas, obviously Hunter's a superstar X Factor already. Gibson, Devin Neal, and Ramondre Stevenson, Donovan Jackson. So center is actually not bad. So to me, if we can get an elite right tackle, that would make this offensive line pretty damn good. And then I do want an elite running back as well. Defensively, not bad, but again, if I can add an elite pass rusher, that would be so ideal. But we'll see if we can do that. So let's go take a look into free agency, and let's see what some of the best players are here to kind of complete this. But there's starters everywhere, which is good. Khalil Shakir is here, even though he really shouldn't be, but you really can't do much about it. So Khalil Mack, of course, is kind of the elite pass rusher you're looking for, but he's 35 years old at this point, so I don't know if I can get there. Wide receiver, I didn't really necessarily need. So running back, you have Algier, Brian Robinson, so not much different from what we have with Ramondre Stevenson, obviously. We don't really need another wide receiver, in my opinion. Things actually went pretty well with what we have. Tight end, Jonnu Smith, Josh Oliver, not much there. So what about tackles? I don't think we have anybody like great. So you have Taylor Moden, which I guess wouldn't be horrible. And then we have Iquanu. Ooh, I like the idea of Iquanu, though. We got to go for Iquanu because he's only 25 years old. We can start him opposite of Iwanu, or however you say his damn name. Their names are actually very similar. So sign me up for that. It seems like a match made in heaven. So let's do that. And then don't think we're going to get any pass rushers. Well, Van Ginkel is intriguing, but I think he's more of a... I don't think that's exactly what we're looking for. What else do we have here? So Khalil Mack, Drew Tranquil, Wanham. So yeah, not liking any of these options here. So honestly, we might just sign Iquanu and call it good, and then maybe use trades. So Iquanu Does get signed, which is a great addition to this O-line. Love that. And we probably are going to at least trade for one of the two positions. So I want to either trade for a pass rusher, which I think would be the most intriguing thing if we could do that. Or I would like to trade for a running back. But I think we could probably hit that in the draft. We could probably hit pass rusher in the draft too. But to me, if we can get an elite pass rusher, that would be the most ideal thing possible. So let's see if we can go make that happen. And what better pass rusher to look at who is obviously potentially available in real life than Trey Hendrickson on the Bengals. I don't trade for him like ever. He is 31 years old, so that's the unfortunate part. But we're looking to improve. Drake May is on his rookie contract. We just made the playoffs, so we're trying to get back to that point, and this is where you take advantage of stuff like that. So obviously, the rumor has been he'll go for a day 2 or day 3 pick. So I'm going to offer a 2nd round pick to start things off and see what they say to that. And it's not even close. So actually, I do have to keep in mind that we probably have to trade a 1st to get Trey Hendrickson. I don't know if I can get there. 2 seconds. Yeah, never mind. So Trey Hendrickson is not going to happen. I thought it could, but that was just not remotely going to happen at all. So is there anybody else? Myles Garrett just signed his extension, of course, so that's not going to be an option. Bonito, Devin Bush. I would just want a really Joey Bosa who got cut. Leo Chenal, no. Malik Reed, nothing there. Parsons obviously would be crazy, but Phillips is intriguing, but from division rival, don't think they're going to get down with that. Man, we could take a chance on Thibodeau, but not much better than what we already have. Man, this sucks. Crosby, of course. Jared Verse ain't going to be available. If I find something, I'll show you. I mean, like, with the Steelers trade TJ Watt to us, again, it would cost a lot to do that. Baron Browning, who signed with the Cardinals, I believe, in real life. If I see something, guys, I'll try to make it happen. If not, I'll see you guys in the draft because I'm not liking a lot of the options I'm looking at right now. So spoiler alert, I didn't really see anything that I liked. Hendrickson was a fun idea for a second, but clearly was a failure. So we have Carnell Tate, Spencer Fanu, and Lawson go off the board. So this is where I'm hoping to hit big on a potential pass rusher or running back here. So we have Samuel, and then we have Deontay Lawson. Okay, so those guys are somewhat intriguing to me. But let's take a look at some of the other options just in case, because no matter what. So I know Harold Perkins is a good damn player too. He actually could be kind of perfect for what we're looking for. Elite speed, A man, A zone, A hit power, A pursuit. Obviously could do a number of different things, but we're mainly looking for him to go after the quarterback. But it looks like he might be able to do that. So I think I am going to take Harold Perkins here in round 1. So welcome to the Patriots. We scouted him quite a bit too. Number 11 true value, drafted in 23. 92 speed, 94 jumping, 85 excel, 74 strength. I think that's kind of exactly what we were looking for. So welcome Harold Perkins. And now in round 2, I'm hoping to land a better running back, but we'll see if that's an option. Or we could even trade for it if we don't like any of the other options. You don't really trade for a running back usually, but I don't like Stevenson as my guy going forward. But if there's nothing better, then we can just rock with him again. So we have Baxter, Malachi Hughes, Dante Dowdle. I don't know if any of these guys are like a upgrade over. I know Baxter actually can be pretty good. We did draft Devin Neal last year, don't get me wrong, but I think I am going to take CJ Baxter here in round 2 and hope he can be kind of the answer in the future. So 49 true value, 91 speed. Might put him as a starter right away with Drake May. Would have loved maybe I could have given a shot to Devin Neal too, but I don't know. I just know Devin Neal's overall doesn't really look great right now. And then the last but not least, I might take a strong safety or just a safety in general just for insurance for the future. We have Damon Payne. We have Smith out of North Carolina. I don't even know what his first name is, but I don't know if Kyle Duggar will be here forever. He might be a free agent next year or whatever his contract is looking like. No matter what, it's still depth nonetheless. So we'll take it, and we'll go take a look at the lineup for year number 2. Got so good we made the playoffs last year, but obviously, hopefully we can make it again, but this time actually maybe go far in the playoffs. That'd be great. So after making the postseason last year, let's go ahead and take a look at our lineup for this year. So I am hopefully intrigued as CJ Baxter is in 76 overall right away, which is good. Plenty of depth at that running back position right now, like way too much depth that we really don't need that much. But I'm going to throw Baxter into the mix right away. He does look exactly like Travis Hunter right now, but we can ignore that. We have Douglas, Warren, Travis Hunter, Baxter, Drake May, Iquanu, and then we have Harold Perkins, who ended up being really good right away. It even took us York, which isn't a bad get either, so I like that. But let's generate our best lineup, so that looks all really good. And then offensively, again, we'll keep Baxter to me as, whoops, I didn't mean to click him, but I want to give him the opportunity to be our explosive back right away. If he ends up paying off, then that makes our offense that much better. Yeah, way too much depth at running back, honestly. Could probably afford to have cut one of them, but it's fine. They're already on the 53-man roster. I'm not going to worry about it right now. So I will see you guys at the end of year 2, where hopefully we repeat a playoff berth, but we shall see if that ends up being the case. So at the end of year number 2, unfortunately, a little bit of a drop off here, as of course we didn't finish at like 4-13 or anything, but we do go 8-9 and not make the playoffs. So a little bit of a drop off, which sucks, but it's all good. This offseason, we can put it all together and make sure we're a Super Bowl contender for this 3rd season, and hopefully we can make that happen. And I have a couple plans in mind. We can probably get rid of quite a few running backs. Don't have to worry about bringing Stevenson back or anything like that. Maybe bring back one of them. But $118 in cap space, so still a ton of money to work with. Giants and Ravens, and the Giants, I think, won the damn Super Bowl, which is just absurd because that score always shows backwards for some reason. Let's also go look at the stats really quickly. We almost forgot to do that, so let's see how things maybe went wrong. So offensively, we went from 19, or I think we were 19th last year, to 27th, so that sucks. Defensively, we were still good, so maybe a playbook change on the offense could be in order still. I was kind of given the benefit of the doubt. Yeah, Travis Hunter took a step back, which is not what you want to see. Milton Williams continues to be great. 7 from Anthony Jennings, 6 from our rookie, and interceptions going along that. 6 receptions from Gonzalez, 3 from Davis, 2 from Perkins, and 2 from Duggar. So, unfortunately, playbook change could be in order on offense, but let's take a look to see who all needs to be re-signed. Probably a few important ones if I had to guess. Obviously, Drake May will be accepted. DeMar Douglas is our wide receiver 2 right now. He's still only 26 years old, so yes, I do want to keep him around. So that's great. Start there. Keon Waite has been good, so I want to keep him too, if possible, as depth or just a starter potentially in the future. Mapu has always been a backup. I want to keep Awanu as well if possible. He will stick around, so that's good. So a lot of our money is about to be dumped. Actually, after that, it's not too bad. We can probably let the rest of these guys walk, although Anthony Jennings has been really good in this scheme, so I'm going to try to keep him too. So we'll keep him, and then Landry is the questionable one. Cole Strange, see if I can keep him as well. But do I keep Harold Landry is the question. Mapu we could probably let walk. Gibson we're letting walk. Butte we can let walk. Landry has regressed down 75 overall, so actually I'm okay with letting him go. And then Kendrick Bourne, Hunter Henry, probably have to go for a different direction at tight end. And usually there's a good tight end in free agency. So if we can get like a Mark Andrews here or a Kittle, I wouldn't mind that if they're here for some reason. But $59 in cap space. Let's take a look at what the lineup is looking like now with some of the losses. So obviously tight end. So Baxter is a superstar right away, which is why we wanted to start him immediately. So we do need a wide receiver 3. But maybe we could trade like Stevenson to make that happen, or we leave him at fullback, whatever. It doesn't really matter. Tight end becomes main important need. Defensively, still like what we have on defense, other than Kyle Duggar has regressed pretty badly. So strong safety could be kind of an important one to go for. Milton Williams is now a superstar, and Perkins is also a superstar. York has now become a starter as well, which is nice. So not a whole lot I'll be focused on defense, other than maybe safeties, because even Peppers has regressed too. So we'll see if there's any safeties available. Other than that, it's going to be tight end and maybe a wide receiver. So tight end, wide receiver, and safety is what I would love to get in free agency. If any of those options are here, fingers crossed they are. So Aiden Hutchinson is here. Not exactly what I'm looking for. Kyle Hamilton and Brian Branch are here, though, so I love that if we can find a way to sneak one of them. But unfortunately, neither one of them are interested in signing with me, so I don't know how much we'll get them. Arn Humphrey's interested, but we don't really need a corner necessarily. Tank Dell is the 3rd wide receiver. I'm cool with that, though. And then Ward, Todd Bateman, Adams, and then... Okay, so I am fine with Tank Dell. I actually think he would fit extremely well for us. So Tank Dell would be great. He'd actually be our wide receiver 2 immediately. So start with that. Tank Dell, we'll take him, which is great, and he's interested. Now, I would really love to walk away with one of Kyle Hamilton or Brian Branch. I don't know if we'll be able to get either one of them. Oh, Brian Branch has no offers, actually, right now. So we might be able to get him. We could go for Kyle Hamilton, but if he... I mean, let's just go for the guy who has literally no offers. And you know what's funny? Is I'm going to offer Hamilton an offer too. I doubt he'll accept it. Now, as far as tight end is concerned, I don't really see a good one. So, yeah, unfortunately, we're screwed there. But if we can get both of them, which I highly doubt, but it's a dream scenario, we could probably cut somebody to just throw an offer at both of them. But if we could, that would be crazy. Brian Branch and Kyle Hamilton in the same offseason. I mean, that would just make our defense that much more deadly and probably could carry us to the Super Bowl. So let's see if there's any obvious guys we can cut away right now. So Duggar, I mean, yeah, I think we have to cut Kyle Duggar. I think the last time I did that in a Patriots Rebuild, people were very upset with me. But I mean, we drafted someone last year and he's making, yeah, and he's regressed. So I'm going to cut him $13.5 million in cap space, and we're going to see if we can land both Hamilton and Brian Branch. We should be able to get one of them at least, so we shouldn't be in that bad of a spot. But I'm going to try, man. Let's try it. You might as well, right? So very player friendly. Throw it back at both safeties, and if we can find a way to get both of them and still have $10 million left over, that would be ideal. But we have okay, it's not impossible. Fingers crossed it happens, because it'd be wild if it did. And Hamilton, still thinking about it. But do get Branch, so we replace Duggar no matter what. Brian Branch will be an excellent addition. Tank Dell as well. Hamilton is still thinking about it, but I am going to go ahead and come in again here. But the Chargers look like they have his services. But let's throw an offer at him anyway, just in case. Let's throw an absolute bag at this man and see if we can't get him to sign. And okay, so we're second option, but probably won't get him unless if he does sign some reason. Did he? No. So Brian Branch and Tank Dell, still love it. Don't care. Happy with it. And now tight end becomes kind of the main thing we don't really have right now. So is there any good tight ends to look at? There's Dawson Knox. There's Michael Mayer we could take a flyer on, I guess. Or there's like Brendan Strange or Conklin. I'm going to do an offer at Michael Mayer. He's not like my tight end one. I think if we could just have him as a backup, that's not bad. But former Raiders tight end, Michael Mayer, if he wants to sign it, which he does. He signed immediately, which I was surprised by. Okay. Well, Brian Branch immediately upgrades our defense, which is awesome. We love that. And then Jair Alexander is on the Steelers now, it looks like. So that's great. But overall, this offseason been good because we had a Tank Dell on top of that too. So tight end, I mean, even if we go with Michael Mayer as a tight end one next year, that's not the worst case scenario. And then defensively, we have Peppers at the free safety, Branch at the strong safety. So maybe we could replace Jabril Peppers, but we could also just do that in the draft. So I think free safety and tight end is still something we'll look into in the draft. And then once we are able to complete that there, hopefully this team can go get ourselves a Super Bowl trophy in year number 3. They'll be picking literally like right in the middle of the draft. I don't know why I clicked view draft board. It's not what I meant to do. So let's go see. So the Steelers might be drafting Arch Manning. By the way, I haven't done a DK Metcalf Steelers rebuild because I don't even know who their quarterback's going to be yet. So I've been looking to do that, but I want to see what the Steelers do at quarterback before I do a video on that. And the Vikings have done a lot too, especially today. So like they're definitely, I mean, there's a lot of videos planned, obviously. A lot of videos planned, but wow, we could take a quarterback, but obviously we have Drake May. So I am surprised Arch Manning has fallen this far. So if Stoudemire, there's actually some really good options on the board right now. We might not be able to just say, hey, we're taking a free safety and that's it. And we're taking, I mean, there's so many good options here. We could take Alan Stoudemire. We could take the tight end right now with Trent Christensen out of Clemson. Speed catching traffic, elite speed. I mean, I think we need a tight end really badly though. So I would have loved to have taken those other guys, but an elite speed, tight end, 89 speed, maybe not the best pick. Maybe I should have taken the linebacker, but whatever. It's all good. What can you do? So we already, made our decision. Now we got to line it. So pick 46. Let's go ahead and see what we can do here. So we have Gerald Baton, which I think is right up my alley for what we need right now anyway. The speed is good. Let's go take a look to see if we have any elite speed free safeties. Actually, there's a couple free safeties on the board. So let's not just jump on the first one we see. Orchard out of Louisville. B-zone, D-man, but good speed. Okay. So what about Danny Andrews out of USC LA, C to F zone. Speed is great. And then what was Batten's, was it great or good? It was good. Okay. And then the last one is Justin Hill. Let's see what he's looking like. A-man coverage, C zone. Speed is good. So do we just take the number one speed guy with Baton? Or it was it Orchard or Andrews? I think it was Andrews who had great speed. C to F zone, but his B to D man. I'm gonna take him anyway. We still have Peppers. Danny Andrews is gonna be the pick. 62 in true value, so not too shabby. 91 speed, 87 excel. So welcome to the Patriots. So we took both our needs, and I'll let my assistant GM take care of the rest, and then we'll see what the lineup is looking like for year number 3, where we're gonna change the offensive playbook too, and we'll see if this offense could be better. We know our defense is gonna be good. It's been good lately, and it should continue to be that way, but we shall see. So Christensen ended up being kind of a bad pick, not gonna lie. So I definitely regret that one. I could have taken the linebacker. I probably would have. I was never gonna take Arch Manning because I want to rock with Drake May. Also, the Patriots might trade Joe Milton apparently, so that could be interesting if he gets moved. Maybe the Steelers make a move for him. I don't know. Defensively, Andrews is 75 overall behind Peppers, but Peppers 82, so we can take that. York and Perkins, Milton Williams. I mean, I'm expecting big things from the defense like usual, but offensively, this is where I want to kind of look. So Drake May, what could be a good playbook for him to run? I actually kind of like the idea of running maybe Cincinnati's playbook because we know Joe Burrow puts up a ton of yards. Although There's been times where it hasn't been that successful using it. Maybe we could use CJ Stroud's playbook. That could be interesting too. Houston's offense. Don't hate that idea. So I'm going to use Houston's offense and see how that goes. Never really used it before, so we'll see if Drake May can become a stud with Houston's playbook. I mean, he already kind of is, but hopefully we made the playoffs because we're looking to do so. And it's kind of funny I'm putting the Texans in week 1. Made the playoffs year 1, didn't make it in year 2. Year 3, we're looking to be an actual contender. So at the end of year number 3, we finished up at 11-6, and we're not playing in wildcard weekend. So either we missed the playoffs at 11-6, or we got the bye, and we got the bye. So it looks like 4 teams went 11-6, but the tiebreaker went to us for some reason, which I will take. We have a bye. Harold Perkins up to Superstar X Factor, I think, which is awesome. So he must have had a great season. But let's go take a look at the player stats. Also, so nobody's top as far as top 3, but let's go take a look at the stats. We obviously used Houston's playbook, and it worked out well. Offensively, we're second in the NFL, which is great. Defensively, hopefully been good there, and defense been good throughout the video. But now we have a top 5 offense and defense, which usually means a Super Bowl could be in order, and we have the bye. Tank Dell came in and was amazing immediately. I don't get Tank Dell very often, so that is quite fun to see. Defensively, sacks-wise, we had 8 from Milton Williams, 7 from Norman Law, who's been great for us. Perkins with 4. Is he X Factor now? No, he's only Superstar, so it was just another ability because he went up. But I thought he went to X Factor for a second. And then interceptions, we had 4 from Davis, 3 from Gonzalez, 1 from Branch, 1 from Bentley, and 1 from Danny Andrews. But with the bye, we can sit back and relax and see what we're going to draw in the divisional round. So that is awesome. I did not expect a bye at 11-6. That's pretty insane. But we draw the Bills, our fellow division rivals. So this one should be tough, but let's see if Drake May can redeem himself from last year. And let's go win a damn playoff game. So Josh Allen versus Drake May here in the divisional weekend after sitting out for a bye. Let's see if we can't come out here and beat the Bills. And we start off with a stop on defense, which is awesome. Offensively, we drive downfield, go 7-0, get an interception from our safety, and now we're up 14-7. Can we score again? We're gonna let the Bills tie it up. Hopefully we can put them away here. So it's 7-14, and we need a touchdown to put them away, and we're still not getting it. What about now? There it is, 21-7. Defense continues to get stops, and that is what we were, hoping to see eventually, and that was all she wrote. So we're gonna win the divisional weekend, and we're headed to the AFC Championship just like that. So let's go see who's awaiting us there, and hopefully we can get ourselves to the Super Bowl. And now for Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens here in the AFC Championship. So hopefully we can beat them and get Drake May into the Super Bowl, but obviously Lamar should be hungry for his own Super Bowl as well. So let's just see how this goes. We start off with, or they do, and they're up 7-0 and start with a quick score, but we will respond with our own, and defense gets us to stop this time around, which is great. We had good field position too, but we didn't do anything with it. And now the Ravens will score 10-7. Now we have 23 seconds left, so I'm going to see if I can't steal a field goal or a touchdown from them with 23 seconds remaining. I know I can make something happen here. Let's see. It is on the Ravens defense, so that is going to be a little bit, easier said than done. But let's see if we can't get lucky here. So I might have to throw this away, which I will. Let's just not take the sack and burn a timeout. We have 17 seconds left, so I didn't really see anything open on that play, but one play I always love is this is usually the same formation as tight end attack, but I will take it with this as well. Travis Hunter does have a seam. Oh my goodness. Why was that ball so inaccurate? He had an open look there, and honestly, he maybe even been able to burn that safety down the field had that ball been a little bit more accurate, but it was kind of like, I don't know how to explain it, but it just wasn't sharp enough, I guess. I'm going to try to, yeah, okay. Okay, yeah, this is what I'm fooling around now. Should be able to get the... All right, well, that's not great. Well, let me just never jump in again after that. So we have 1 second left remaining. Let me see if I can't redeem myself, because that was just horrendous. So I might have just thrown this all the way, but let's see if I can't score a one-play touchdown to make this game interesting again. So obviously for that, we're going to go to... Ooh, what a dot. If this is caught... Oh my goodness! Oh my gosh. Well, Travis Hunter, thank you for that, because I really needed that bad, because what I just did was pretty devastating. But what a play by Travis Hunter. Now, can we start off and score 21-17, and now we're down 24-21. We'll, ooh, it looked like we're about to quickly respond, but now they have the ball back. Let's see, are they going to score? No, we get the ball. So 2 minutes and 16 seconds left, and now we have a chance to take the lead back. Man, I did almost throw this game away, but Travis Hunter made this game interesting, and now we have a chance to I maybe could have... Ooh, give me a block, Travis Hunter. I was about to say, I maybe could have thrown that to Travis Hunter again, but I'm totally cool with taking that. So let's now start to run the football with Baxter and get him involved a little bit before... because obviously I want to make sure... Oh my gosh, my O-line got just blown up badly. But that will take us to the 2-minute warning. Now I'm going to put on true clock, so I want to burn as much clock as possible so the Ravens don't have a chance. But man, I threw a pick 6 and then threw a freaking crazy touchdown to Travis Hunter. What a gameplay this has turned out to be so far. All right, so tight end angle, and then I want to turn this to true clock. I'm hoping to get... I guess it'll be Michael Mayer. So that... Or no, let's take Dell on that route, which I don't mind that either. Travis Hunter is going to be running across 2. So let's just take him underneath and get those yards back. 3rd and 2. So minute 55 left on the clock. And let's do it on the other side this time. This is going to have Tank Dell on that route this time. And Travis Hunter. Oh my gosh. The pressure gets me 4th and 8. Man, that pressure just got there so quickly. I couldn't even really have a chance to think there. Okay. 4th and 8. We need a first down in the worst way possible. And they're going to allow me to just scramble for this bad boy, I believe. And thankfully we will. And we'll get the first down and move the chains. Man, that was almost brutal had we gone out. But we redeem ourselves. So it's all good. So I'm going to come back into this formation. I want to see if they just leave Tank Dell open. But we're just going to actually scramble this again. Now, I don't have the breakaway speed, obviously, to get all the way downfield. But I'm actually fine with just, sliding there. Let's get out of this formation now. And... let's come to this. So this is going to burn a ton of clock, which is what we wanted. And let's see if we can't punch this in the end zone here eventually. So I'm going to just... Okay, actually, I'm okay with the incompletion. 2nd and 10. I didn't see anything open there at all. All right. Drive corner. We have Michael Mayer on that route or Travis Hunter going to the end zone. Let's see what we like. I'm just going to throw it underneath to Rasul Douglas, or Demario Douglas, rather. Now, I probably have to burn a timeout here because if we go no huddle, that might be all the clock in the world there. All right, so let's let's just get some stick in here. And let's see if Hunter just can't burn the man for a slant route touchdown. That would be the most beautiful thing. He is there for a first down at least, and he is going to hang on to that on 3. We'll call our second timeout. So now all we got to do is punch this in the end zone. It's been slow and methodical, but if they allow Hunter to be one-on-one again, I believe that he will come down with this, and he is there. Touchdown, and he'll hang on. 20 seconds left. As long as the Ravens don't score in 20 seconds, which they do not, defense holds up, and we're headed to the Super Bowl. I almost sold the bag there, but thankfully we got super lucky with that Travis Hunter touchdown. But all right, I'll see you guys in the Super Bowl. And now we have ourselves a Super Bowl matchup here against the Green Bay Packers. So I assume, of course, it's Jordan Love versus Drake May. So let's jump in and see if we can complete what we've been trying to do throughout the video. And we were driving, and then we threw a pick, and they respond with a touchdown. Or I guess they draw the first touchdown, and they'll respond just like that. But we're still scoring on them, but so far they've been scoring on us too. 21-16, need a stop on defense, and we finally get it. Okay, so they miss a field goal of all things. Now we're on our own 12 here in the 4th quarter. So let's just try to dig ourselves out of this bad field position right now, and we can go take the lead here. So this is obviously a legendary drive if we can make it happen. Oh my goodness, that hole almost opened up to where I could have maybe taken that to the house, which would have been amazing. But we're going to run it to Baxter again. So block. Oh my gosh, dude. Okay, 3rd and inches. So 1 takeaway did it for Green Bay. It looked like it was an interception at the very beginning of the game, unfortunately, where we could have maybe started with really good momentum. But now we need a first down. So 3rd and inches. I'm going to stretch this, and we'll just cut this inside because I bet I could get a first down that way. So let's just cut this inside and more, what we wanted. And Baxter is running hard for us right now. 9 rushes for 60 yards. Do we just continue to hang on to him, or do we go play action and maybe try to catch him off guard? Let's see if they allow Travis Hunter just to get open downfield. I actually kind of like this route, and I'm gonna throw it. Travis Hunter. Yep, that's a touchdown. Oh my gosh, I thought that was it. Oh wow, we had them there, and we unfortunately overthrew it. That was in man coverage too. Damn, that sucks. But I'm gonna throw Hunter on a go, and we're gonna throw. Actually, let's keep Tank Dell and move him to an out because I think they're gonna leave Hunter just open here. He is there, and that's a better throw. Obviously, kind of low to his leg still. But 2 minutes and 20 seconds left. Man, I'm so mad we couldn't complete that touchdown earlier to Travis Hunter. But it's all good. We move on to the next play. I'm going to throw it to him. Travis Hunter should maybe have the inbound. And he's not going to... Oh, yeah, that's incomplete. That's fair. I think I had to yak that one. Man, I could have tried to possession that one, but it would have been a tough call. 2nd and 10, all good. Ooh, I was about to say, is nobody covering Travis Hunter right now? But someone does come out there. So Baxter's on an... Okay, so let's see what we like here. He is there if that's a good ball, and it is, and he's going to break a tackle, and we're inside the 4-yard line. So let's burn as much clock as possible now, obviously. We have control of this game. We want to, end it that way with our ball, or with the ball in our hands. So let's burn as much clock. Even if Baxter doesn't get in here, that's fine. Tackle me. That's all good. We have 3 timeouts to control this. I don't think I'm going to get in off this. We won't. So 2nd and goal on the 2. We have a few plays, but this is going to burn so much clock again. So 46 seconds left. And now I'm going to run it again, and we'll take this down to about 30 seconds left. We might get TFL'd here, which we will. And now we'll start to kind of take the clock a little bit more seriously. So probably going to start to throw this ball now, obviously. We can go to stick again with Travis Hunter. I'm going to leave the Packers 30 seconds left if we score here. But we need as much time, of course, too, in our own right. So, all right. I'm looking for stick because that is my favorite play on the goal line. I won't lie to you. You guys probably know that by watching this. The Y stick is by far my favorite play. It usually works out for me. Let's see if Travis Hunter gets open, and he is there again. And he just keeps burning guys on the slant. Now, we do need to go for 2. So, I'm going to come out here and go for the full game and try to end this bad boy. And I'm going to go to Travis Hunter again for the 2-point conversion. Let's see if he is going to be open. So he is maybe not there. No, that was a bad decision. So I predetermined I was going with the football. That's what I get. So let's jump in on defense and hope the Packers do not get in good field position here. So let's make sure we make it happen. So I'm going to play cover 4. I don't want to bring any aggressiveness. So I'm going to give Robert Spillane. I'm going to use a Robert Spillane. 24 seconds left. We need a sack in the worst way possible. Oh my gosh, that was not a great start to this drive. 1st and 10, they beat the guy right off the line. Let's do cover 4 dropped instead. So that was not great. They're not quite in field position yet, but let's see if we can't. Okay, so are they gonna run this ball? No, they're not running it. That's gonna be intercepted. Intercept. Yes, that's game. So I don't know why he threw that. They had a chance to win this game on a field goal. That's intercepted, and we're gonna win the Super Bowl. I have no idea why Love threw that ball, but I'm so happy he did. And that's the game. So he pretty much had a chance to put them in field goal range. But honestly, Jordan Love can be like that sometimes. So it's actually kind of realistic. But we're going to win by 1 point. But 1 point is a win in my book. And it is in the NFL book as well. So thank you all for watching. We ended off with a Super Bowl with the Patriots. Loved how this video went. Got Brian Branch to complete the secondary. It was awesome. Mike Vrabel is, obviously not in Madden. But we get a Super Bowl with him as the head coach. Thank you all for watching. I'll see y'all in the next one. This is Crushables. I'm saying peace. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you click here to watch another video that I know you'll love.